everybody, thank you for being here. I know I am not the only one that has been extremely excited about the new Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance. I've been waiting on this for months. So I'm a little bit older than maybe some of you. I was born in '89, so I had the opportunity to actually be able to watch MJ in real time, and I was probably one of the biggest fanboys that have ever walked the face of this earth. So please drop this video a like if you are excited to get into the diet of Michael Jordan during his playing days. And you might be a little bit surprised with some of the things that you're about to find out. Now, I was gonna go out and show you guys my skills, but I know we already did that for the LeBron video, so I don't think we need to go there again. So that's about the time I took my talents away from the court and into the kitchen. I figured I was much better at eating, so I'm gonna stick with that, and it's probably a good thing that I did. So I have done a lot of celebrity diets on this channel, as you guys have seen, and this is pretty similar to what I have done previously. So breakfast is going to be egg whites and oatmeal. Personally, I love oatmeal. Egg whites, not that much of a fan, but I don't know, it's just like the celebrity go-to. But he does get into some different foods, and we're getting most of this information from his trainer during the time, Tim Grover. So one of the things that he mentions is everything that Michael ate was based off performance, which makes sense. Probably the best athlete that's ever walked the face of this earth really needs to be very careful of what he's putting in his body and being very mindful that everything that he's eating is going to have an effect on the way he was playing. So I've got about 80 grams of oats. We're just gonna have plain oatmeal here. We're gonna whip up some tasty, tasty egg whites, best tasting food in the world, add some berries, and have ourselves a nice little healthy breakfast. So while Michael and I are very similar in our athletic abilities, the big difference here is he was not a big eater. He didn't have a big appetite. He didn't like to eat. He pretty much only ate because he had to, whereas me, I would eat all day, every day if I could, and it was good for me. So Michael had to really make sure he was getting in enough food because he had a very high metabolism, so it was more than just the right quality, but also the right quantity to perform at the level that he was day in and day out. So his macro split is a little bit different than someone like myself who's more focused on putting on muscle. So I go for like a 40-40-20 split, whereas he is a 70% carb, 10% protein, 20% fat, which that's a very low protein intake, at least relative to what I typically do. So I'm going to have just about a quarter to a half of this, not the entire thing. Mix that with my oatmeal and we should be good to start the day. I haven't drank orange juice probably since I was in middle school, maybe in college a little bit, but I don't know. I'm just not into juices really. It's actually pretty good. Actually, I shouldn't say I haven't drank juice because we drink mimosas, but I haven't drank just pure orange juice. And please let me know in the comments down below what you all think of the new Michael Jordan documentary that's going on right now. I look forward to every single Sunday. It's just incredible. So we're gonna get into these egg whites first. As Megan said, there's really just no way to make these any good. It's okay, but you know, as I mentioned, he wasn't eating because it tasted good. He was eating to fuel his body. And then this oatmeal. I love oatmeal, guys. It's one of my favorite foods in the world. So it's just plain oatmeal with cinnamon, strawberries, and blueberries. And this is how I like to make it a little bit fluffier, just to kind of fill me up a little bit, because I've never had the problem to eat enough food. It's just one thing I've always been able to do. I said mimosa, and cameraman was like, don't mind if I do. Need a little something, something for church service over here. So while you guys watch me chow down, let's just talk about maybe something even bigger than Michael Jordan himself, which is the sneakers that he has developed over the last, 25 years now. So I used to be the biggest sneakerhead ever, specifically Jordans. I had to have them. I had the 1s through the 23s, not every colorway, but I at least had one of each. If you're not a Jordan fan, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But to have Jordans on my feet was a necessity every day of my life until I was, dang near college, I would probably say. So unfortunately, I sold off most of the collection to pay for, I started to buy a house and was making a down payment. And then I kept like my 10 favorite pairs. I'm talking the white, gray, and purple 7s, a pair of the 17s, like my all-time favorites, dead stock. but then some guy broke into my house and stole them. Ironically enough, a guy that we had taken in to live with us for a little bit of time, you know, he had a rough past, and then he robbed me. Not the first time he robbed me, but he definitely got the last 10 pairs. What's funny about that is he is now a cop, I hear. They got busted for a DUI, so that's kind of besides the point. But when I think about Jordan sneakers,
money's gotta be the shoes. Look, Mom, I can fly.
There's just something, they're timeless. I'm telling you, our kids and grandkids and their kids in 100 years from now are going to be wearing the Jordan 3s or whatever Jordans that are out at that time. So let me know in the comments down below, what's your favorite Jordans if you're a sneakerhead? I know the 11s and the 12s are probably the most popular, which, don't get me wrong, I love them. But for me, I would say, just to be a little bit different, I'm gonna go with the 17s. Oh man, I love those shoes. But you let me know, and I have to show you guys something very important now. So Alfie wanted to thank everyone for all of your good wishes. He's doing okay. His leg is feeling much better. He's back to barking, so I can tell that he's feeling better. He's got a few meds in him right now, so he might be a little bit groggy, but he is back to being good old Alfie boy. He can't jump up on the counter and steal all of our food, but his appetite is still at an all-time high. Alfie, anything you want to say to the people? Yeah, appreciate the good wishes. Send your treats, like the video, please. How was that orange juice?
Delicious.
Yeah, you feeling pretty nice off that orange juice? It's funny, the orange juice had such a different effect on me than Meg. It's almost like he had something else in it. All right, so then for a mid-morning snack, his trainer says he has a Gatorade, which makes a lot of sense. You know, they paid him a lot of money, so I'm gonna have this. This is one of my favorites. The yellow and the white Gatorade Zero are amazing. You get some electrolytes, and for MJ's purposes, probably wasn't drinking the 0 calorie, but just to add in a few extra carbs for him. And they also mentioned if he wasn't having that, he would have a banana and a protein shake. So this one's easy enough. I might actually add a little bit of peanut butter to this. Banana and peanut butter are one of the best combinations of all time. And you know, the best tasting protein in the entire world, guarantee you Michael Jordan is sitting at home drinking this right now. Peace Science Select Protein, the frosted cupcake, one of my favorites. Y'all can save 15% using Travis at peascience.com, and you will thank me for it. Rule number 1 of YouTube: you never eat a banana on camera. Just too many screenshot opportunities. Just not worth it. But I'm gonna give Alpha a piece. Alpha loves banana. How you doing, little Alfredo? Want a piece of banana, bud? Piece of banana? There you go. You want all my banana? Come on, bro. I gotta make my gains. Now that I have a little bit more energy in me, I'm going to knock out my workout for the day. And I don't think I've talked about it much on the channel. I've actually been running on Sunday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I've been using this app called Runkeeper, which is really helpful, especially for someone like me who's clueless when it comes to running. I just found I wasn't getting very good leg workouts at home, both because of the lack of equipment and honestly the lack of motivation. So running is something that I've really enjoyed. So I'm gonna go do that, and then we're gonna get back into the food. So moving into lunch, he has a lean meat or protein source and a potato. It just so works out that that is what we made for dinner last night. So I've already got this cooked up. We've got a little steak and about 300 grams of baked potato. As I mentioned, he doesn't keep his protein intake very high. So typically I would have closer to 10 ounces of meat, whereas this is anywhere from like 3.5 to 4.5 just by eyeballing it there. And he also has a small salad to the side. So steak, potato, and salad, I can always get down with that. The most vivid Bulls game I can recall was I think it was 1998 when the Bulls were playing the Jazz in the finals. And I remember I think it was like game 4 or game 5. The Jazz had won, and I still remember John Stockton threw it down to Karl Malone, who kicked it out to Brian Russell, hit a 3, and they went on to win the game. And I was such a diehard Bulls fan that I just throw this massive temper tantrum. I am like throwing things, I am punching a pillow on the couch, and I still remember my mom coming in and just like shaking her head in disappointment, thinking that I'm gonna be this devilish child. But luckily, the temper thing kind of went away after a while. But man, those were the days to like, at this point in my life, I can't even imagine being that emotionally invested into a sports team. But back then, anyone that played against Michael Jordan was my enemy. and that will always stick with me for sure. So the information that I read online said Michael tried to eat every 3 or so hours to make sure that his insulin levels were not spiking. Now for most people, I would say you don't need to worry about that, but when you're a high level athlete, it's probably a little bit more serious. So for a mid-afternoon snack, the information that I found said he would have a fitness shake. I have no idea what a fitness shake is, but before I get into that, the one thing that I thought was very interesting is nowhere in the article did it mention McDonald's or Wheaties, the two companies that he did a lot of endorsing for. So I don't know how that works. Do you actually have to eat those things, or can you just slap your name on it? I know the things that I endorse. I eat a lot, as you guys know, or use a lot. But who knows? Maybe he was just in the off season. Maybe that's what he was eating. It doesn't matter. We have to figure out what a fitness shake is. So I think I'm gonna have myself another one of these Gatorades, which I love. And for his purposes, it would have been, the full sugar blend. But I think I'm actually gonna make this a little bit interesting. Let's try to mix a little bit of aminos. This is the sour green apple, which are unbelievable. They taste so good. So we're gonna do 2 scoops of aminos. And what's more fitness? Oh my gosh, cameraman's gonna kill me. What is more fitness than pre-workout? So let's do a little bit of that. Heck, might as well throw some creatine in there too, boys. All right, and then I'm gonna add 1 scoop of the sour green apple high volume. This is my favorite flavor nowadays. I'm gonna mix that up. Oh my gosh, it's like you're drinking a Jolly Rancher. This is probably the best sports drink I've ever tried in my life. Even if you don't work out, just try this. It's so delicious. Now, I don't know about Mr. MJ, but over here, we are proud to utilize the companies that we endorse, which is why I'm so happy that Movement has been nice enough to sponsor this video. You guys know I've been working with Movement for many years now, and I absolutely love their products, whether it be their watches that I wear nearly every day, or these blue light blocking glasses, which I feel like are as important now as they have ever been, probably more important, given the amount of time that everyone is spending looking at a screen with everything going on with COVID-19. Personally, I'm working from home, so I'm not out in the field like I'm used to being. So I'm behind a computer all day, every day. And when I'm not doing my real job, I'm making YouTube videos. I'm, plugging away at my Instagram, trying to get some clout, just being a thought, trying to get likes, and whatever else that we're doing on our phones, TV, watching Netflix. So having some blue light blocking glasses, extremely beneficial. And also, they just look awesome. I bet you didn't even know they were blue light blocking glasses. They just kind of make a fashion statement. I feel fresh every single time I wear them, and everything that they offer, every product has a great price point. So these glasses start around 60 bucks, watches start around 100, and then you guys can save an additional 15% when you use Travis. So I'm gonna leave that link down below. Going to movement.com/Travis will save you 15% as well as free shipping and free returns. So great products. I definitely stand behind them, and I think you guys will enjoy them as well. They have products for every occasion, whether you're in your house, out and about, which you probably shouldn't be unless you're like me and you have to go buy some groceries. So I gotta run over to Target. Not really looking forward to it. You guys don't need to see that, but we'll check in a little bit later on. How is it, bud? Pretty good? I thought I loved food. Then I met little Alfie. This dude can pound some food. So moving into dinner, apparently this was MJ's choice. So there's a little bit of flexibility here, which I'm excited about. So we're gonna keep it somewhat clean. I don't wanna go have like pizza and burgers and things like that, because again, we're eating for performance. So I thought that tacos would be the perfect compromise there. So I feel like tacos is one of those foods that's just like, not necessarily healthy, but not so unhealthy that it makes you feel guilty, especially when you use the right ingredients. So Megan got some fresh cilantro, beef, onion, salsa. It's just gonna come together wonderfully. If you don't know, Mexican food, besides Italian food, Mexican food is probably my favorite. So I'm excited for this. Guys, these tacos look and smell amazing. So we have a little bit, it's almost like a skirt steak. We have onion, cilantro, salsa, and a tortilla over here. Oh my goodness, let's see how Megan did. So many flavors, oh my gosh. I could eat this every single day. This is probably the best taco I've ever had at home. I mean, you guys probably know I used to live in Austin, Texas. We had the best tacos in the entire world. But from making it at home, I don't know. I think she's over here trying to get a ring. So it's Sunday, of course. Alfie, he's back. Now on Sundays, we have to have a little dessert, and it's our choice. You know, we ate so good all day. I actually feel fantastic. That was one heck of a day of eating, but I wanted to share this with you guys. This is Target brand, essentially Halo Top, low-calorie ice cream, Archer Farms cookie dough, and I'm really impressed with this consistency. It's not like very icy as some of them are. I think I just found myself a new low-calorie ice cream alternative. This is fantastic. Now the ice cream was good, but you already know every Sunday I have to indulge in my fat and weird cookies, and these are the two newest flavors. I cannot wait to try this one specifically. This is called The Fix, and this one right over here is the Razzle Dazzle. I'm telling you, these cookies are insane. They come out every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They usually sell out within 5 minutes, so be sure to be on there if you're interested. Use Travis to save 10%. But for now, let's just get into the taste test. Can you guys see that? So this is like a raspberry cheesecake inside of a cookie. I didn't think I was gonna like this one at first because I typically don't like the fruity stuff, but that looks amazing. Oh my God. How is that even real? I don't even understand. It has white chocolate with the raspberry. I just have to take another bite. The one that I am even more excited for is the Fix. It's essentially like an Oreo inside of this cookie. So I want to take this bite for you right here because that just looks like it's going to be the best thing in the world. Okay. Let me just tell you guys, both of these are 12.624s out of 10. They're so good. So good. Cut it off, camera. So I don't think MJ was eating cookies back in the day, at least not too many, but he might be now. He put on a few pounds, it looks like. But can you blame the guy? He worked so hard for so many years. He should really just be laying low, playing golf, drinking some beer, enjoying some life if that's what he wants to do. But I really enjoyed this video mainly because those are the types of foods that I eat anyway, so it was just an easy video for me to do. But it's always interesting for me to kind of do some of that research, or actually interesting for me to read the research that Megan did for me because she's awesome. So thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You could have been doing anything in the entire world, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That is pretty awesome. Please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I look forward to talking to y'all next time. Here we go.